welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you are having a truly fantastic day, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, super excited to be bringing you the very first Clan War Leagues. That's right, CWL of the infant. Use code Galadon Clan, a ragtag group of viewers that came together one live stream and have since been doing pretty darn well. Now, I wanted to use this episode to do a little bit of talking about CWL and the league system that works around CWL, because I get a lot of questions, and I should say just a lot of complaints from players and viewers that say, oh, the matchmaking is terrible in Clan War Leagues. And okay, so now, as the use code Galadon Clan proceeds to get stomped pretty much every single day this first CWL that we're in, I have to say, I'm not really making excuses, but I'm just letting you know how it is, and that is that CWL, other than the first time you enter, the first time your clan ever gets into a CWL match, it's matchmaking based. But after that, it is always going to be league-based, and that means performance-based. So if you want, you can complain maybe that your clan got into too tough of a league the first time they played CWL, and the truth, well, use code Galadon, is being a bit overmatched here in Master 2. But once you've had a couple of seasons, your clan should have settled, either being promoted or being demoted, to a point where you're feeling relatively competitive. Now, of course, that is going to change based upon the complexion of your clan, how many different town hall levels you have. For us, we are an inclusive type clan, meaning I would rather get a bunch of players to get to play, to get to experience CWL, who maybe haven't in the past, than just go for, we have to win every single war and we have to only put in our highest town halls and everybody has to perform to the utmost. I would rather have fun and just enjoy the clan experience than focus on winning and kicking out people who don't perform. So a couple of things. Yes, you see I am dropping triple after triple after triple on both my main account and on Galadon 13.0 in this CWL, and it's pretty much thanks to two different things. One, the Itsu style ward and walk Yeti smash with a little bit of spam going on in here. I do enjoy this attack a lot, but also, of course, very noticeable is the fact that although I'm hitting towards the top and perhaps sometimes number one in the opposing clan, they're not fully maxed out 13s. And that's where the balancing, or some would say imbalance, comes into play. And what I mean is, okay, so the top of our roster has a couple or several really high level 13s, nearly maxed out defensively. And you look at the opposing clan and their top 13s are not maxed out defensively, not anywhere near it. But as you go down the roster, and again, we are in a 30v30 CWL, what we find is that the opposing clan pretty much every single time has higher level town halls, way more 13s, way more 12s, and in fact, I believe so far into like day 4 or 5, we haven't had another clan that has any town hall 11s, or maybe almost none. They're running all 13s and 12s, and we have 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, so that's where we're getting crushed, that's where we're getting owned. In a standard clan war, we do fine, because those top guys, they have 2 attacks, and they can drop down and fill in some of those offset town halls. But in a CWL, obviously with only 1 attack, it is going to be a big problem when you've got a bunch of 12s that have to hit 13s, or 11s that must try to hit 12s for high 2 stars or for 3 stars, and that's where we seem to be falling out of order, and that's why we're likely, actually, I'm kind of hoping we get demoted. I believe we're in Master 2, and I'll show it in just a moment. I feel like it would be nice if we could drop down to Master 3 and just experience that and see what it's like. Now, I'm not necessarily thinking we should intentionally drop, because there's that whole thing about more rewards at higher levels, so it is kind of a catch-22 where, oh, I want to win more, but I have to lose a bunch in this CWL and then get less rewards in order to win more. And I think that pretty much the Clash of Clans team has told me anyway, the way they've worked it is you will benefit by trying your hardest rather than tanking and dropping down, unless you only care about winning and you don't care about the loot, the rewards. So taking a look at this one against Wolverines, 62 to 50 didn't go so well. Again, look at the top of the screen here. You'll notice we dropped some serious triples on their highest bases, and they've got like 1 stars. There's a 0 star against one of our 13s. But as you go down the roster, things start to change. Suddenly, on our side, every single base is tripled, and on their side now there are 2 stars and occasional 1 stars, even down at number 27 and 30, each got only 1 start, and that's where we're losing out. And it's because we're running too many lower town halls. So my suggestion, if you're in a clan that is really upset about this, is to run a consistent level of town halls. I would imagine if you entered a 30v30 CWL and you went with all 10s and 11s, you would see a much different complexion of opponents than if you're running 10, 11, 12, and 13. And that being said, I kind of feel like I'm being kind of boring right now. I'm talking about all this stuff, and you know what? The point is just to have fun, and that's the thing. I mean, win, lose, or draw, it's always fun to get in there and compete. You get the league medals, which are awesome. You get all sorts of cool rewards. You're going to be able to get the hammers and very cool stuff to help level up your base more quickly. So all said and done, I figure, you know what? Every single clan should be competing in CWL. You're missing out on so much free stuff if you don't. Even if you go in and just tell everybody, hey, just straight out, attack your mirror. It doesn't matter what happens, just go for it. At the end of the 7 days, even if you've lost every single war, you're going to end up with a ton of rewards for all of your members. Remember, roster, bring everybody in your clan so that they can all benefit from those league medals at the end of the season. Even if they've never fought in a single war, they still get rewards. So it's free stuff. It's like the Silver Pass. It's like you got to at least participate in that and click on it, and then you get all sorts of cool stuff. I realize maybe it's a pain for some players to train an army, but it, again, doesn't matter if your heroes are down, whatever, just go for it. I always encourage players to play in CWL, at least clans to participate in CWL no matter what. So we're having fun. Use code Galadon. It wasn't really meant to be a serious clan. In fact, I honestly, the first day I started it, I was thinking this might be like a one-day clan and I would just disband it at the end of the live stream. Obviously, it's gotten life. We've leveled up to level 3. We've got players that are serious. We've got solid co-leaders, and that is exciting to see. But at the same time, yes, my main account, Galadon, is headed on over to Tribe Gaming. As you may have heard, WHF has in essence merged or been purchased by, contracted by Tribe Gaming, the professional esports company owned by my boy Chief Pat. And yes, so we've got a brand new Tribe Gaming. Itsu is over there. A lot of other fantastic players. Lexnos is leading the pack, and it's going to be exciting to see. It's going to be very different, but I suspect they will be extremely competitive again this World Championship season, and would not be surprised. In fact, I would be surprised if they did not end up with this team competing as one of the finalists back in Germany for 2020's $1 million World Championship of Clash of Clans. And that's right, they're going to do it again. They've got another $1 million up for grabs later on this year for the World Championships. So make sure you guys get involved in on that. If you're competitive and you want to become a part of one of these teams, then you got to get out there and sign up. Remember, ESL has their own qualifiers, and then you've got these professional esports teams that are constantly signing, well, okay, maybe not constantly signing members, but if you get maybe on their Discord, you might be able to learn more about what it takes to get into the system and perhaps eventually compete for the big money. Okay, real quick, just taking a look at the roster for this CWL. As you can see, does not look ideal for us, especially at the bottom when we've got a bunch of 11s down there facing their big old 12s and 13s. But we started it out right. Galadon dropped the 3-star as the first attack of the war, and we're in 6th place. Okay, personally, I would rather be in 7th than 6th, but like I said, the rewards are better here in Master 2 than they will be in Master 3, so perhaps we should think about that. Another shout out to the use code Galadon clan, some epic players and co-leaders and elders, and look at that war record. Come on, level 1, 2, 3 clan. We are leveling up super fast because we're running 50v50 wars, and we won 5 of 6. Feels good, looks good. It has just been a lot of fun and exciting stuff coming to 2020. Of course, if you want, you could always use code Galadon yourself down in the settings. And of course, I am giving back 10% to charity and 10% to viewers. Also, I am visiting other use code Galadon clans. If you put one together, let me know, send me an invite. I will stop by for sure and perhaps feature you in a future episode. In the meantime, thank you for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You're the true hashtag GalaFam. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind to people, animals, and planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, wait, you mean that they renamed their clan? I want to rename my clan, Galadon. I want to